It is my great pleasure to welcome you to the Schocken Institute for Jewish Research, JTS. I am honored to open today's Sand and Stars event dedicated to the novel by סידי ורונסקי, a pioneering figure in the founding of the social work profession in Israel. As we gather here during these difficult and turbulent days, before we turn to the main context of this event, I would like to take a moment to offer a prayer for the safety of our soldiers on all fronts and for the swift and safe return of the hostages still held in the darkness of Hamas's tunnels. In the event that a siren is sounded, we will proceed to the basement level located beneath the staircase on the entrance floor. The Institute staff will be available to guide and assist you to the designated shelter area. Sand and Stars unfolds the events of the 1930s, a period when Wronski lived and operated, interweaving the tightening grip of Nazi Germany on its Jewish citizens with the realities of life in a Mandate Palestine, a place where pioneering ideals and renewal coexisted with the poverty and hardship. It is only fitting that such an event be held here at the Schocken Institute, as Shlomo Zalman Schocken himself lived and was active in Jerusalem during these very same years. Like סידי ורונסקי, Schocken posed the question of how best to advance the well-being of the Jewish people, both in the land of Israel and beyond. His answers, too, were expressed in initiative and forward-thinking ventures. Today's program consists of 3 parts: a study day here at the Schocken Institute, a guided walking tour through Jerusalem's Rehavia neighborhood, following the legacy of German-born women who shaped the social welfare sphere, and to conclude a launch event for Sand and Stars at the Leo Baeck Institute. While the literary work of Wronski, discovered in the Zionist archives, serves as the starting point for today's event, the program spans multiple disciplines: history, social welfare, literature, and gender studies. The strength of an interdisciplinary lens lies not only in the scope it offers, but also in the range of interpretive alternatives it opens up. For example, the choices made by the novel's protagonists, whether to fulfill the Zionist vision through establishing a kibbutz or through aiding the needy, can be analyzed through historical gender or cultural frameworks. Yet, only by weaving these perspectives together can we form a fuller, more nuanced understanding of the era, its needs, dilemmas, and the complex decisions that shaped it. Similarly, סידי ורונסקי herself paved alternative pathways. First, by virtue of being a woman seeking to reshape reality through diverse initiatives, which she began while still in Berlin, within a patriarchal world that still assumed leadership was the exclusive domain of men. Furthermore, upon her immigration to Palestine, Wronski advanced the notion that the establishment of welfare institutions and the provision of aid to the disadvantaged constitute a Zionist endeavor no less than vital than the development of agricultural settlement or industrial enterprise. These alternative visions, embodied both in Sand and Stars and in the scholarship surrounding it, will be the focus of today's rich and stimulating program. The Sand and Stars event is a result of a collaborative effort between multiple institutions: the German Central Institute for Social Issues, DZI, in Berlin, the funding program for the digitization of cultural assets of the state of Berlin, Research and Competence Center Digitization in Berlin, the Eliyahu Lab at the University of Haifa, Alice Salomon Archive in Berlin, Leo Beck Institute in Jerusalem, Paul Bרוואלד School for Social Work and Social Welfare at the Hebrew University, Central Zionist Archive, the Richard Kovner Minerva Center for German History, the Goethe Institute in Israel, and Schocken Institute for Jewish Research, where we are right now. I gratefully acknowledge the contributions of everyone involved in the planning, support, and commitment that have made this event possible. I would like to express particular thanks to Dr. Sharon Livne of the Leo Beck Institute and Dr. Yuvit Avnir of the Hebrew University, with whom we worked closely. And above all, to Dr. Ayana Halperin, the driving force behind this launch event from its inception, who has woven together the institutional and intellectual threads that have made today's exceptional program possible. I invite Professor Ben-Arie to deliver some opening remarks. Professor Ben-Arie is Dean of the Paul Brouwald School of Social Work and Social Welfare at the Hebrew University of Jerusalem and holder of the Charuv Chair for the Study of Child Maltreatment. בבקשה. Please put your phones on either on quiet or whatever you can do that won't make noise. Okay.
So thank you very much. I'm thrilled. Thrilled is probably not the right word to use on the 600th day of October 7 and with people being held in Gaza, but I'm thrilled to be here. In recent years, I've been a student of the German influence of social work in Israel. I heard about it in the past. I knew that they had an influence on what happened in Israel. I knew some of the German institutions, especially in the field of child welfare, that moved intact from Germany, from Berlin to Israel, like Ahava Youth Village or some others. I heard a lot about the Vitzo in Haifa, where Uri Yanai's father was the legendary director of the child welfare. But in recent years, I'm also learning more, not only about the influence it had about social work in Israel, but about how innovation they were, or how innovative, and how in many aspects they developed services that even today we would look on them as very innovative. And I'll share with you a personal story. My wife's father was a Holocaust survivor. He was a young child who was put into a monastery in Strasbourg, in the children's. That's what we knew at the beginning, that he was put in a monastery in Strasbourg together with his sister. And then they were separated. He was a little bit less than 3 years old. She was 5 years old. She had a little bit more memories. They were separated. They were moved from one place to the other by OZE, the French organization, which I had the privilege of meeting their chairperson 2 weeks ago in Paris. And then he got to Israel. They were separated. Didn't remember they had siblings. They were separated. They met again 12 years later. He was sent to the Vitzo youth village in Haifa, and she was sent to Ben Shemen. And one day they told him, come, we want to show you your sister. He was 14 years old. She was 17 years old. She's still alive. He passed away 2 years ago. But then we started studying, and that's the story I wanted to tell you. And we discovered that the both of them stayed in one of the most innovative services I ever heard of, and still would have been considered very innovative, and that's the Children's House in Neu-Isenburg that was established by Bertha Pappenheim. And that house, which I know there will be a talk about Bertha Pappenheim also in the afternoon, but I will be on a plane to Germany, I apologize. And in that home, we discovered a service where a young Jewish woman in distress, code name for young Jewish single woman pregnant, could have come and spent 3 months in the house, give birth, stay another 3 months, and then learn a job or something and then either move somewhere else with their kid or leave the kid there and move alone. And we discovered this place, and there is still a memorial in Neu-Isenburg for it. And since then, in the last 10 years, every year, I have a mutual course on child maltreatment in an international perspective. And every year, we visit that school, that memorial in Neu-Isenburg, together with German students and Israeli students, and in some years it's also Korean students, because it's a trilateral cooperation. And I learned about this service, and then I started digging a little bit more. And I can tell you, as somebody who specializes in child maltreatment, that such a service today would have considered very innovative if we would establish it in Israel. We are trying to establish such a service, and we are failing. And this one was established in 1905. And then you read more, and then you read about Ali Salomon, of course, and you read about the topic of today, and you see that the innovative part, or the innovations that were developed in Germany in the early 20th century, I don't want to compare, but were at least as innovative as the services all of us have learned about the American mothers of social work in Illinois or in other places, in some cases, probably even more. And that leads me to the conclusion, and when Judith and Ayana approached me, I was automatically saying, yes, of course, the school needs to be part of it, because we could not educate the next generation of social workers, and we could not do a good enough research without knowing the roots and without building on what happened and what established the social work arena in Israel and what established the social work at large and what ideas we could take from earlier periods. So in that aspect, in many ways, even though I'm not a history researcher, I'm really focusing in the last years in trying to learn more, and that's a great opportunity about the roots of social work in Germany. I can also share with you that unfortunately, historical and archival research as a type of research is not the most popular among the researchers in the School of Social Work at the Hebrew University. And if I may, probably is also not the most popular one in some other schools of social work in Israel and abroad. But it's a type of research that if we won't do it, we could not build all our empirical researchers. It will just become some kind of a statistical analysis without any content behind it. So I would like to applaud my colleagues. First of all, Judith, who is holding, sometimes together with Johnny, sometimes she drags Johnny after her, sometimes they cooperate more, sometimes they cooperate less, but together with Johnny and sometimes also Mimi and some of our senior faculty who were insisting on doing also historical research about the history of social services in Israel and what established them, and especially Dr. Ayana Alperin, and because you basically found a treasure in the archive that was not only very interesting to read and to write a research upon, but is now serving many of us as a compass to how social work needs to be done. So I'm very happy about this event. I'm very happy about that type of research. I think we have much more to learn from the mothers and fathers of social work, not only in the United States. And I really am happy that we have guests who joined us from Germany. It's not an easy time to come to Israel, and probably some of your flights were canceled and you needed to find new ones, or you bought from the beginning, but we have a colleague who came from the Goethe University. She's now in Israel, and 3 times we had to buy her new tickets in order to get her to Israel eventually. She's here. Right now she's in Haifa. So it's really warming to see that colleagues from Germany are insisting on coming and joining us in this event. And I would like to say that we are looking forward to a very enriching event and for continuing a partnership. And I would like to thank the Goethe Institute, and I would like to thank our host here from the Schocken Institute and the Leo Beck Institute, and hope that this would be an opening for many more collaborations. Thank you very much.